Welcome back, everyone. Sheepdog Smokey here. And before we get started, remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you're the first to know of everything as it's posted. Diving into this one, we have an elderly man in New York who, after realizing he had home intruders approaching him and shot them, has been arrested over failure to register his firearm. Now, this is in Cuomo's liberal utopia of New York, where if you are a law-abiding gun owner, you are now the enemy. I will say, thankfully, they've not charged him with murder or anything of that, but we have yet to see. If you look at the story itself, an elderly man in New York was arrested for shooting two burglars in his home, not for murdering the intruders, and that's very important to realize that, quote, it's not murder. Murder is premeditated, and it is not self-defense. This man was in his home, unknown people approaching him. That's not murder. But he wasn't arrested for that. He was arrested for shooting them with an unregistered gun. When you look at the actual case here, it shows that they were coming up the stairs. He ordered them to stop, and they didn't. They were approaching him after he ordered them to stop in his home. They kept approaching. He said he's in fear for his life. He fires. They died, sadly, but they did. But this is what we have liberals pressing for now. You look at Swalwell, Harris, Booker, any of them, and they always phrase it as, quote, universal background checks, end quote. But it's not. It's registration. You see, we have background checks to purchase a firearm in this country. It's a federal requirement. I've had to pass them every time I've even considered purchasing a firearm. I go in, I start the background check, and I wait. My actual first purchase was in 1998 when we still had the 5-day waiting period. I know for a fact criminals do not do this. They steal their guns. They buy them out of the back of a car or just in a dark alley from someone. People are going to bring up that to purchase a firearm from someone who is not a dealer, there's no background check. Well, how would you enforce a background check on a private citizen selling something? And the answer is you can't. Me personally, I don't buy them that way. If I don't know the person implicitly, meaning extremely close friends or family, I just don't do it. My guns are mine. I don't sell them. Okay? Yes, I have gone to the range with friends and I've let them use mine at the range and I leave with them. And I have fired a couple of shots out of my friends' firearms to get a feel for it, see if that may be one I wish to purchase. But when I sell my firearms, I go to a dealer and I sell to the dealer. I've had one instance where someone I did know but not too well wanted to buy one of my pistols. I told him, okay, meet me at this location. We're going to have the dealer at this place run a background check because I'm going to sell it to him on consignment and then he'll sell to you. I no longer speak to this person because they went on a tirade about how I didn't trust them and so on and so forth. I don't. That's the simple truth. I flat out told them, no, I don't. This is a firearm that legally, if they look up this number, they're going to see that it was sold to me. They're going to find out that originally it was mine. And this is without registration, as New York requires. Okay? They still know. It's just not compiled the way they want it to. You see, liberals want it national, to where New York could decide to just investigate anyone they want. You've bought 3 firearms in the last 5 months. Why are you hoarding? It's a slippery slope. This man also has been told, in this case, that apparently people think of him as a hoarder, and he was just begging to be robbed. If this is not a case of demonizing and vilifying the victim, I don't know what is. It's a horrible situation. Yes. Yes, the house was without electricity or running water. And yes, he did have a lot of things in it. I don't care what the situation is. You do not ever, quote, invite someone to rob you, end quote, by having things in your home. I have a nice television. I have this computer I'm working on. I have a Nintendo Switch. I have many other things that I have saved my money and bought. Am I inviting someone to rob me by owning them? No. I'm in my home, where I have the right to feel secure. And if someone breaks into my home, intending harm to me or my family, then I have the right to act to defend myself and my family. It's that simple. I would say, and I'm not sponsored by anyone. I mean, I'm still a very small YouTuber by any stretch of the word. But there is a group, there are several of them out there actually. The NRA has Carry Guard, the USCCA has a program, US and Texas Law Shield. There are several others. And look at them. But there are programs out there where you pay a monthly fee, and if anything happens, firearm related, and you are arrested or charged without being arrested, then you have an attorney 24/7 on call. I have been to seminars held by several groups where they will talk about the use of force, where they will talk about active shooter environments, where they will talk about anything and everything related to firearms law, and it's a very good thing to think about. I'm not going to endorse one over the other. I'm not going to tell you which one I have now, but I know there are several different programs out there through several different entities, and I would say look at it. If George Zimmerman had had one of these programs, he would not have been out the thousands upon thousands of dollars defending himself in court after Trayvon Martin attacked him and he acted in self-defense. And I will tell you, I've talked to several people involved with this at multiple entities. They are all very happy to tell me if I did something stupid and I'm in the wrong, they'll tell me. They will flat out say, this is not a case that you're going to win. We just need to focus on what's going to happen after. And they may even refuse to represent you because they will tell you, no, you broke the law. And I like that. I like honesty. If this gentleman had had one of those, I don't know how well they'd do against New York and Cuomo's Gestapo-like gun control he has imposed so far. But it's only going to get worse. You see, we have California, we have Maryland, we have Illinois, we have New York, Washington, Oregon, and many other places already enacting these draconian rules where you're in your home upstairs and you have a so-called duty to retreat. There's a video on YouTube, if you just search California gun control gun safe or something like that, to basically keep you from having to watch the whole thing, although it is rather worrying and comedic. It's a California homeowner that has a California compliant gun safe. He puts in his code, he scans his fingerprint, and a holographic person appears, basically telling him, no, I need you to go look and see, do they have a gun? Have they threatened you? Can you retreat? When they say, can you retreat? I'm on the second floor. I can't jump out the window. Well, do they have a gun? Are they even still in the home? Finally, the guy says, yes, I'll go look. And you hear the guy screaming as he is shot dead. And then the gun safe opens. There is no duty to prove to a court of law that in your own home you did try to retreat and you tried to talk and you tried to de-escalate. Someone comes into my home and I use the threat of force by producing my firearm and I tell them, out. Now. They don't. They come at me. I am now in fear for my life. Anyone on the planet would think that. You produce a firearm, which is a threat of force, and the threat of force most often will de-escalate situations. The cops just showing up make people run. But if you produce a firearm, which is the threat of deadly force, and you tell them, you're in my home illegally, leave now, and they keep approaching you, and they keep threatening you, there's nothing you can do to make them leave at that point. It's a sad scenario, but unfortunately we have people in this world who are just so convinced of their own elevation over the rest of society that they will break into homes and steal, and if you tell them to leave, they're going to approach you and try to make you shut up or tie you up or kill you for telling them you can't have my stuff. And New York, unfortunately, has now charged this man with a felony because a firearm he inherited from his father was not registered to him. The article actually goes on to state that this is normally, for the state of New York, normally treated as a misdemeanor, not a felony. This is honestly a ramping up. This is New York telling its citizens, you will register every gun every time we tell you to. You will not use it unless we tell you it's okay. I don't care who's threatening you. As Cuomo, de Blasio, and every other government official in the state goes to sleep every night behind armed guards and walls, New Yorkers are basically told, fear us, we are your gods. And that's not the way a free society works. But I've talked long enough. Let me know what you think. As always, remember to keep it civil because we do not learn from argument, only debate. Please remember also to like and share the video, and again to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you're the first to know of all new content as it's posted. Until next time, everyone have a wonderful day.